Appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Thank you guys for being here. Today, boys and girls, we are going to be doing Madden 26 Imperialism. Man, I'm super excited for this one because I've been preparing this map for quite some time. So let's get right into it. This is our Imperialism map. Yes, it is custom made. Maybe it's a little funny looking. It might be, but give your boy some slack, okay? Give your boy some slack. This is my first time making a map of my own. And I wanted to make it a little bit more fun, have the teams in different places than they normally are. And I think this is going to be a ton of fun. So I am super excited for this challenge and for you guys to see this. Now, if this is somehow your guys' first time watching Imperialism, it is really simple. Basically, a team will verse another team, and we will spin a wheel to decide what team is attacking. This team, for example, the 49ers, maybe they attack the Broncos and win. The 49ers will take over the Broncos area, and then they will spin a wheel for a power-up. I'm pretty excited for you guys to see the power-up cards because I worked on these a lot. I worked on these power-up cards a lot, so hopefully you guys do enjoy them. Our first power-up card is going to be the Brady card. The Brady card will allow you to upgrade your quarterback to a 99 overall. The next power-up card that we have is the Swiper card. The Swiper card means you could steal any player of your choice. Any player. Next, we have the One-Up card. The One-Up card will be an extra life. You get to re-sim your next loss. One of my favorite cards, y'all know I'm a Seahawks fan, the Legion of Boom card. The Legion of Boom card is OP. You get to steal 4 defensive players from that losing team. Now, not every single card is a power-up. Even if you win, you could somehow get punished for winning. We have the AR5 card, which is your QB1 is tired, and you have to start your backup quarterback for the next game. Next, we have the Pack-a-Punch card. You get to upgrade any player you want to a 99 overall, just like a Pack-a-Punch. Next, we have the Trenches card. The Trenches card will allow you to upgrade any offensive or defensive linemen to a 99 overall. Yes, this includes edge rushers. Like I told y'all, not everything is a power-up. There also is a curse. You have to trade your best player for any player under a 90 overall. So sometimes this might not be too bad. This one was a subscriber suggestion, you guys. Subscriber suggestion is the John Madden card. I came up with the name. However, you either get to gain a 99 overall legend or a 50 overall lame, and you have to start them. Have to start that player. And it may or may not be exactly a 50 overall. Not everybody is, but we'll get a bum, bro. We're going to get a bum. Last but not least, we have the jackpot. The jackpot is going to allow you to steal any 3 players from a team. Any 3 players from a team that is losing. So you get to take anybody from the losing team, obviously. Okay. First order of business. Let's see who the first team is going to be to attack. This is looking like it's going to be the Colts. What direction are the Colts going to be going? They're going to northwest. Northwest-ish. Northwest. I mean, are we going to call that the Saints or the Eagles? I feel like the Eagles, right? Because the Eagles are more north and west, and the Saints are kind of just north. All right, that is kind of a tough matchup for the Colts, but our first matchup of the day is going to be the Colts versus the Eagles. Okay, here we go, boys. The Eagles and the Colts, of course, are the first matchup, and Indiana is actually up by 3. The Eagles looking like they're going to take the dub on this one. 14-3 in the third quarter. Finding a little bit of life, but I don't know if it's going to be quite enough. 28-18, 28-25. They definitely made it a game, but the Eagles are going to defend their territory and take the W, so let's see what their power-up is going to be. First power-up of the video. What are they going to get? Ooh, it's going to be a Swiper card. The Swiper card. The Eagles will be able to steal 1 player of choice from the Colts. All right, look, we have a couple of options. We could either take Charvarius Ward, put him in the secondary, and then move Cooper DeJean to strong safety. That could be an option. Or We could probably keep Cooper DeJean at free safety and then move Blankenship over, I guess. I guess that's a thing we could do. Or we could also just put Quentin Nelson and upgrade the right guard spot. I think we're going to take Quentin Nelson, and then hopefully they could just get a better DB at some other point. But we'll take Quentin Nelson for the Eagles from the Colts. Okay, so here you have it. Quentin Nelson, you are now an Eagle. And they do, of course, take over their territory as well. The Eagles are starting to expand. Back to the wheel to decide who the next team will be attacking. It is the Patriots. The Patriots, you're next up. What direction are the Patriots going to be going in? They're going to be attacking to the northeast. Northeast. Let's find out who that is. All right, y'all. Patriots are here. They are going to definitely be attacking the Bucs. Patriots, Bucs, next matchup. So let's see what the Bucs and the Patriots have. The Bucs start off with a safety. Okay. Wasn't really expecting that. And a field goal. 7-5 is the score. 12-7 is such a weird score. 12-9, 12-12. Who's going to win this mid-off right now? It's 15-12. The Bucs are holding on, and the Patriots tie it up to OT. Hold on, bro. Hold on. We gotta just jump in this one real quick. Second and one in overtime. I don't know if they started with it or not, and Mike Evans drops the ball, bro. On 2nd and 1, dog, you gotta catch those, man. You're so sure-handed. Let's see what they could do with it. It is 3rd and 1. Mike Evans dropped the pass on the last play, and they're gonna pass it off to Bucky Irving, who gets stuffed. Absolutely stuffed. It is now 4th and short. What they gonna do? All right, here we go. Going for it on 4th down, and Bucky Irving is stuffed again, bro. Bucky Irving just got stopped. And I think that's going to be the game because New England had 18. Oh, my God. This might be an upset early on, boys. This might be an upset early on. There it is. 18-15 in an overtime thriller. The Patriots are going to get the dub. Let's see what their power-up is going to be. Fun game for the second matchup, and the Patriots are going to take a power-up of a curse. That is actually very tough for the Patriots because not only did they get the upset, but they are actually going to be cursed off rip. That's tough. Now, there's a couple of options we could go here. Jalen Johnson, obviously not Christian Gonzalez, but, I mean, Jalen Johnson's still very good. DJ Moore could be somebody that the Patriots could use. They do need a wide receiver. It would have been nice to be able to take a Joe Tooney from this team, but I think we're just going to go Jalen Johnson, and hopefully it just doesn't hurt the Patriots too bad. Jalen Johnson, you are now a New England Patriot. And with the Patriots winning over the Bucs, that does mean they take over their territory. So it is going to be the Patriots taking along that Bucs territory, starting to expand their place too. Okay, so for our third matchup, let's see who is going to take... I just realized it is going to be the Panthers for one. We need to take out the two teams that just lost. But Panthers, let's find out who you're attacking. All right, now that we got that fixed, what direction are the Panthers going to be attacking? It looks southeast, mostly south, right? Mostly south, but we'll call that southeast for sure. All right, so the Panthers are here, obviously. And the Chargers are definitely like southeast a little bit. I do think the Browns are there, but I'm definitely going to give it to the Chargers. They're more on the border of that, so we'll call that the Chargers right there. Carolina is up early. Looks like Bryce Young and the team is definitely having a lead. However, the Chargers are coming back a little bit. End of the third quarter is here. We are now in the fourth, 13-7, 16-7. Can the Chargers pull something off? No. The Panthers are going to take the W over the Chargers and take over their territory. Let's see what kind of power-up that they get. All right, man, I'm excited to see what kind of power-up the Panthers are going to get. It's another curse. That is so unlucky, bro. That is so unlucky. They are going to get a curse. I might make it to where there's only one curse and one jackpot. I think that makes the most sense. There's two of everything is basically what I have it at, but I might make just one curse and one jackpot. Oh my God. If you guys are watching the video, Give me a W wife in my comment section right now. She just brought me some Alfredo and the food is bussin'. Okay, as you guys know, the curse does mean that the Panthers have to trade their best player for any player on, I think, the Chargers, right? Yes, the Chargers. Any player under a 90 overall. It's not a terrible curse, but it still sucks because you got to give away your best player. Derek Brown is going to be headed over to the Chargers, and who are we going to take from them? The options here are Khalil Mack. Probably not mad at Khalil Mack. Would you guys rather have Justin Herbert over Bryce Young? I don't think so. If I'm keeping it real, I don't think you guys want that. I think Khalil Mack is probably going to make the most amount of sense here. We're going to go for Khalil Mack. So you are now Khalil Mack. You're going to be a Panther now. As much as it hurts, we got to do it. Tough. And yes, of course, that does mean the Panthers are now going to be taking over the Chargers area. So it's not all bad news. It's not all bad news, but it does suck to get a curse. 2 of them already, off rip. Moving on to bigger, better things. Who's the next matchup that we have? It is going to be the Tennessee Titans and Cam Ward attacking somebody. We got to find out who it is. Boom! What direction we got? What direction are they going? They're going northeast, a little bit more east than north. I'll keep that in mind, but northeast nonetheless. The Titans are right next to the Panthers, and northeast, I guess you could call the 49ers. Like, low-key, it could be the Panthers, if I'm keeping it real. 49ers or Panthers. I think it's... Dang, bro. What do y'all think, bro? This definitely feels a bit more Panthers to me. It is on the border. It is more east than north. I think we're going to go Panthers. Look, if you don't like that choice, I don't know what else to tell you, but it is what it is. We're going to go Panthers on this one. All right, man, what's this one going to look like? First quarter, scoreless. The Panthers put up 7, but so did the Titans. We are now 9-7, 10-16. Carolina's up 16-13 at the half. This is a pretty good game so far. Nothing is happening yet. It looks like a really long drive that ended up in a fumble. 16-13, the Panthers come away with another W. Looks like the Panthers are going to be taking over the Titans' territory. So let's go ahead and see what their power-up is. Ideally, you probably want like a Tom Brady card here. That'd probably be the best. Why are the Panthers cursed, bro? They're only getting power down so far. Panthers fans, I'm sorry, but y'all winning and losing at the same time. It's insane. In case you guys don't remember what the Anthony Richardson card is, you basically have to bench your starting quarterback and play your backup for your next matchup. All right, look, I know the Blues don't match up perfectly. I am sorry. But bear with your boy, man. This is my first time doing one of these. It's okay. It doesn't really matter. The Panthers, though, are claiming a lot of territory. But like I said before, man, they're just winning and then losing. 28 teams left. Who is our next matchup? We've got the Saints. Saints, you guys are up. Now, what direction are they going to be going in on this battle? Southwest. Mainly west, a little bit south. Okay, well, looks like the Saints are going to be facing the Eagles no matter what. That is a Southwest matchup. I'm not expecting much. If I'm keeping it real, I do think the Eagles should easily take this one, 31-10. It's not even going to be close. Yep, and the final score ended up being 41-10. The Eagles will take over the Saints' territory. Let's see what their power-up is going to be. Hopefully somebody can actually get a power-up this time instead of a bad one. Okay, you know what? We'll definitely take it. The Eagles are going to get 1 up, which means if they lose somehow on their next game, they'll get to re-sim it for another chance. And there you have it. The Eagles do take over the Saints territory and are now going to have an active power-up in the 1-up card. A lot of teams left to go. We are here for our next matchup, and we're going to have the Falcons. The Falcons will be the next ones attacking. What direction do they attack in, though? What direction? It is going to be northeast, mostly north, a little bit east. You guys can't see the Falcons. The Falcons really have no other choice but to go with the Seattle Seahawks. They are going to be attacking my home team. Now, as a Seahawks fan, I would love to see the Seahawks get a dub, but it is going to be up to the Madden Sim Gods. It is 14-3, though. The Seahawks are currently up at the half, 14-6, 21-6. 24-6, 24-9. It looks like the Seahawks are probably going to come away with a W on this one. And they do. Go Hawks, baby. 24-9 is going to be the final score for this one. Let's see what the power-up is going to be. Seahawks do end up coming up with the dub, but what is the power-up for them? You cannot write this up, bro. This is, of course, the LOB, and who other should it go to than the Seahawks? This is going to be a card to steal four defensive players from the other team. That is a huge win for the Seahawks. Let's go ahead and see who they're going to take. Now, of course, it is only for defensive players, so we cannot take a Bijan or Drake London or anybody like that. But we can definitely take a Jesse Bates. We could definitely take, I mean, AJ Terrell would also be good too. Caden Ellis, definitely necessary. I think we go with AJ Terrell as well, and then we'll pick one more player. Okay, so we put Jalen Walker at the left edge spot. Well, I guess it's going to be the right edge spot. We have moved Caden Ellis to the Sam spot. Yes, the Sam spot for linebacker. Put AJ Terrell on the border as long border. What is the word I'm looking for? The boundary. We put AJ Terrell on the boundary with Reek, and then Witherspoon inside of the nickel spot. And then, of course, we did move Jesse Bates to the strong safety spot, as Julian Love is already the free safety. This Seahawks defense is ridiculously stacked now. And the Seattle Seahawks do take over the bottom territory right here of the Falcons. It was a good matchup, but let's get to our next one. Gave the wheel a couple of shuffles just to mix it up a little bit. The Vikings. It's going to be the Vikings. It was almost the Seahawks again, but the Vikings will be the first ones to attack right here. What direction they moving in? What direction we got? It is going to be primarily east, but northeast for sure. The Vikings don't have a team that is east at all. Well, we respin then. That is what the solution is. They're going to be going northeast again. I'm not doing it. I'm going to call that north, and they're just going to fight north. I don't want to spin this another time. So that does mean the Vikings are going to be taking on the Commanders. That will be their next matchup. All right, here we go. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Let's see what they got. JJ McCarthy trying to lead their team to a W. They are up on this one. 2-minute warning is here. Now, if the Commanders get a stop and it's only a field goal, it's not the end of the world because they could still go down and get a touchdown. But that looks like that might have been TJ Hawkinson there who caught that ball. It was TJ Hawkinson who caught that ball. If they get a touchdown here, that's not looking good for the Commanders. Ooh, they have no timeouts, and they're going to need. That might be the dub. That might be the dub here. I think it is. They ran a play. They took a knee and then ran a play. What are they doing? What is going on? All right, bro. That is the knee. That is the game. That ending was the most underwhelming thing ever. But congrats to the Vikings because you guys are taking the dub over the Commanders. All right, Vikings fans. Y'all caught the dub against the Commanders. But what do you get now? Ooh. We're going to get a Trenches power-up card. We're going to be able to take any offensive or defensive player from the other team. Did I say we're stealing that? No, we actually get to upgrade any offensive or defensive player to a 99. That is way better than just stealing one. Donovan Jackson to a 99 would be a good idea. Ryan Kelly's already an 83, so that's not too bad. Will Fries, Brian O'Neill. I mean, low-key, I think Donovan Jackson to a 99 might be the best move, but let's look at the defensive line. Jonathan Grenard would be cool. Van Ginkel, of course, like we said earlier. I think biggest upgrade would be left guard. We're going to make Donovan Jackson a 99 overall. Bro. Bro, look at this. 99 overall Donovan Jackson, bro. He's got 99 strength, 99 awareness. Any blocking type of category, he is a 90. Where are they at, bro? Why are they so far? 99 pass block, 99 pass block power, finesse, run block, you name it, it is all a 99. Donovan Jackson, welcome to the 99 club, bro. And yes, of course, that does mean that the Minnesota Vikings are going to take over the Commanders' territory. It's now looking like the Eagles, the Panthers, the Seahawks, the Vikings, and the Patriots all have the biggest territories. And we actually got a color to match, like perfectly this time. It's amazing. All right, now that we've taken care of that, let's go ahead and see who the next matchup is going to be, fellas. Ooh, the Cowboys, who no longer have Micah Parsons. I will make sure that he is not on this team. What direction are they going to go in, though? The Cowboys will be taking on Southwest. Pretty far Southwest, like almost exactly Southwest. The Cowboys are up here. Do we think that they take on the Dolphins? I feel like Southwest is Dolphins here. Yes. You could argue Eagles or even Vikings, but I think like Southwest. I don't know. I guess I'm counting from the logo-ish. Southwest is my video. Southwest is going to be the Dolphins. And because Madden hasn't updated this yet for some reason, we're going to manually trade Kenny Clark and Micah Parsons. Okay, here we go. The Dolphins and the Cowboys are going to be on this matchup for now. It is the second quarter, and we have barely scored once in the second quarter. 7-3 now. It is past the half. 10-3, the Cowboys are up. Can the Dolphins find a way? It doesn't look like, but maybe. 20-10. Okay. 20-10 is going to be the final score. Cowboys take the dub over the Dolphins without Micah Parsons. Let's see what their power-up is going to be. My favorite part of the video, what power-up are we going to get? Okay, nothing too crazy. It is going to be a one-up, so if the Cowboys are the ones to take the W. If the Cowboys do end up losing on their next matchup, they will receive another chance with the one-up card. And the Cowboys are going to be taking over the Dolphins' territory, gaining a large part up here. There are some pretty big teams on this East Coast so far. Apologies, Dolphins. You are no longer here. The wheel is getting smaller, and the Bengals will be our next matchup. What direction? What direction are they fighting in today? We've got northwest, mainly west, a little bit north. The Bengals are here. They are most definitely fighting the Patriots. That is definitely going to be the next matchup. Bengals, Patriots. I am just realizing I need to look at this really quickly. Jalen Johnson shouldn't be here. It shouldn't be Jalen Johnson. It should definitely be somebody else. We were looking at the Bears players on that first matchup. I bet there's a ton of you that were like telling me that in the comments. I just realized that right now. The Patriots haven't played again, so we're good. I think it was the Colts that we were supposed to take from, and it should have been Charvarius Ward. So let's fix that. Okay, it was the Bucs. The Bucs was the team that the Patriots were supposed to steal from, and it was a curse. So it has to be a player under a 90 overall. We might just go with Jamel Dean here. I think that makes the most amount of sense. Crazy how that went on for so long. Whoever commented down below, thank you, even though I caught it in the recording session. Either way, it doesn't matter. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for real, man. We're going to go Jamel Dean, and we're going to get this right. All right, y'all. We finally got that right. That was crazy. I can't believe that happened. Anyway, the Patriots are up 14-0 on the Bengals right now, which is kind of an upset. 14-7. Now it's tied up, 21-14. Can the Bengals go down and score? It doesn't look like it. 21-28, bro. 21-28. The best thing that the Patriots are looking forward to right now is hopefully a jackpot, because then you could take Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and whoever else you want on this team. Trey Hendrickson? What a performance by the Patriots so far. Let's see what kind of reward they're gonna get. No way Drake May gets the Tom Brady upgrade for the first Brady of the video. And he is, of course, on the Patriots. Couldn't write it any better than that. Give us the Brady upgrade for Drake May. Drake May, part of the 99 overall club, 23 years old. Give me that Brady upgrade. That's insane. And it is now the New England Patriots taking over a pretty big portion inside of the middle, taking out two teams, being the Bucs and the Bengals, bro. The Patriots are here to play. All right, y'all. It has been pretty exciting so far. Let's see who the next team attacking. It is going to be the San Francisco 49ers. And as per usual, which direction are they going? It looks like east and a tiny bit south. Tiny bit south, but mostly east. If you go east, a tiny bit south, it's still the Eagles. You could definitely argue the Steelers, but I feel like Eagles, right? I mean, if you started down here, then obviously east to south. It's mostly east, though. Like, look at this. It's definitely mostly east. This is east. South is all the way down here. I think this one's definitely the Eagles. All right, here we go. NFC powerhouse matchup. The 49ers are up early, but the Eagles do strike back. It is second quarter. They are up now 14-7. 21-7 the Eagles are. And is it going to be a blowout? Not really. It is a close game. 28-14 though. 35. It is starting to turn into a blowout, and it absolutely did. 42-14. It is the Eagles coming up on top for this one. 49ers, it is a little bit tough, but maybe some 49ers players end up on the Eagles. Let's see what the Eagles power up is going to be. The Eagles so far have been super dominant. What type of power up are they gonna get? That is tough. That is super tough. Anthony Richardson strikes again. It is the AR5 card, which means that the Eagles will now have to bench Jalen Hurts for their next game. Okay, bruh. That obviously means that they take over the 49ers spot, but their territory is starting to look a little bit crazy. Enough of the susness. Let's get to the next team that is attacking. It will be my Seattle Seahawks. And what direction are the Seahawks going to be fighting in? It will definitely be the southwest, mostly south, a little bit west. Well, there is no southwest, so we're going to spin again. All right, bro. Enough trolling, bro. Give me a direction. Northwest, that is much better. Let's see who the Seahawks are going to take on. Ooh, and it looks like I'm in the way. I'm in the way. You guys, the Seahawks are down here. Okay, you guys can see it. They are down here. They're in this area. That's definitely going to be the Eagles. So the Seahawks are going to take on the Eagles. This is going to be a crazy matchup because if you don't remember, they got LOB last time, and the defense is now super stacked. All right, man, let's see if this insanely stacked Seattle defense can do anything. It is 7-3 currently, and it's so far stalemate, 6-7, 13-14. The Eagles are up in this one. Can the Seahawks make a comeback? 16-14. It's looking pretty good for the Eagles. 22-17 is going to be the final. So the Seahawks and the LOB are going to take down the Eagles powerhouse, who has been absolutely dominating everybody so far. Let's see what kind of power up they're going to get. Power up time, power up time. What are the Seahawks going to get? That's going to be a swiper card. They'll be able to steal any player of choice from the other team. I am at a loss. I'm between Saquon and Lane Johnson. My issue with taking Saquon is that Kenneth Walker is obviously good, and yes, there is a tiny little bit of bias. However, I'm always going to be fair in these videos, but there's a tiny little bit of bias to want to keep Kenneth Walker, especially if he could run behind Lane Johnson at a 99 overall. But it's Saquon Barkley, bro. Like, how do you not take Saquon Barkley? Could also definitely take an A.J. Brown and go A.J. Brown with JSN as the duo. That would be insane. I don't know how to make my choice here. I'm going to pick between Saquon and Lane and ask Siri to flip a coin. We're going to have Saquon 1, Lane Johnson 2, and ask Siri to pick a number between 1 and 2. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 2. Okay, it is 2. We are going to take Lane Johnson. Can you guys see that? Wait, oh. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It is 2. I saw it on my phone. We are going to take Lane Johnson for this one. And the Seattle Seahawks are going to be taking over a ton of territory. They have the entire bottom right corner. I know my face mask is literally covering it up. But It is a lot of territory. They just took down the Eagles, a huge powerhouse. Let's get to the next matchup. And the wheel continues to get smaller. Who is the next matchup gonna be? The Rams. I was really thinking it was going to be the Vikings again. I might give this another shuffle, but the Rams. The Rams will take it on somebody after we figure out the direction. What direction? What do we got? What do we have for a direction? It is going to be northeast. Northeast will be the direction. Kind of almost exactly northeast. And the Rams will absolutely be taking on the New England Patriots. I don't think there's any other team that could be. Give us the New England Patriots and the Rams. Now, in case you guys forgot, this is Drake May, 99 overall Drake May's debut. Let's see how they do. It looks like the Patriots are going to go down and score right away, but so do the Rams, and it is very back and forth. No defense is being played at the moment. 17-17 at the half. 20-17 looks like the Patriots score in a hurry. 23-17. Fourth quarter's here. The Rams are trying to clutch this one out. 27-23. And the Rams are going to upset 99 overall Drake May, who has been dominating so far. Unfortunately, the Patriots don't get to walk away with this one. Matt Stafford, getting a little bit old, but he still got it. The Rams taking on the powerhouse Patriots get a power-up. And this one's going to be the John Madden card. The John Madden card will allow us to spin a wheel for legend or lame. If we get legend, we will spin another wheel to create a 99 overall legend, or we have to get a lame and start him on the team. Either way, the player has to start. Who are we going to get? Is it going to be legend or lame? And it is a legend. I'm excited about this one. So we have a wheel of a ton of legends here up on the board. Obviously, it's not going to be every legend in the game. I just put a bunch of them that I liked and that I thought could be helpful for any team that would be here. There's defensive players, offensive players. Let's just spin the wheel and see what legend the Rams are going to get. They're going to add themselves a Brian Dawkins. And of course, whenever a legend is chosen, we will eliminate them from the wheel for future use. And here we go. Brian Dawkins is now on the LA Rams. I took over another player basically and just edited to one that had a similar body style, body type, and then just wasn't an impact player of any sort. So Brian Dawkins will now be on the Rams team as their new 99 overall legend. And the Rams do, of course, take over all of this territory up here. So they have just claimed a huge piece of the Patriots territory, which they have been taking on gauntlet after gauntlet so far. And this has been a pretty good matchup for what we have. But let's get to the next spin. Next spin is on the way. I'm going to give it a shuffle after this one, but we are finally going to see the Bills. Who are they attacking? What direction are the Bills going to be going in? It is definitely northwest, mostly west. It's pretty even. I mean, the Bills are here right next to the Chiefs. Northwest, I think this is the Bills versus the Chiefs. Classic. All right, two teams that haven't gone yet, if I'm not mistaken. The Bills are up 3-0 so far, but the Chiefs are going to score. 10-7 is now the Bills up on this one. Almost the end of the half. It is the end of the half, and we are now in the third quarter. Fourth on the way, boys. 20-7. The Bills are up 28-7. It doesn't look like the Chiefs can come back from this no matter how many times they score. 28-14. Josh Allen gets the dub over Patrick Mahomes. Let's see what their power-up is. It is power-up time on this one. What do we got? What do we have? That sucks. The Bills just get the Brady upgrade, but Josh Allen is already a 99 overall. I'll upgrade every throwing stat to his of 99 to a 99 if it's not already, but don't really need that one. At the very least, the silver lining is that the Bills do take over the Chiefs' territory, so they no longer have to deal with the Chiefs. Josh Allen gets upgraded a little bit. I mean, he's already a 99 overall. I just gave him a bit more 99 overall stats. And there you have it, Josh Allen. Still, of course, a 99 overall. But as far as throwing things, he actually had a few that weren't a 99, so we gave him 99 for every throw ability possible. Now, me personally, I am excited to see who we have next. We have the Broncos. Okay, I like that. I like this matchup. Let's get the Broncos versus, I don't know what I'm talking about because we don't know who they're playing, but who are they going to be facing, bro? Northeast? Who's northeast of the Broncos? I mean, it's really just the Ravens, right? East? Ravens? Let's do it. Broncos versus Ravens. It actually is a matchup that I like. All right, another matchup that we haven't seen either of the teams play yet, but the Ravens started off with the safety. It's 12-7 now, a really awkward score. My camera died. Okay, we are back for the end of the game, and the game is over. So it's 27-17. That's your final. 27-17. The Ravens are going to get the W on this one and take out the Broncos. Let's see what their power-up is going to be. Okay, one quick thing. It has dawned upon me that I had forgotten. Okay, guys, this is my first Imperialism video ever, so I'm making a couple of mistakes. However, we're going to correct these mistakes in the video and not upload it with mistakes, okay? I just realized that the Eagles had the one-up power-up. Eagles are going to get one up, which means if they lose somehow on their next game, they'll get to re-sim it for another chance. I also forgot that they also had the AR5 power down card. Anthony Richardson strikes again. It is the AR5 card, which means that the Eagles will now have to bench Jalen Hurts for their next game. So we're going to give Lane Johnson back. Going to give Lane Johnson back to the Eagles. And then we are also going to start the backup QB. I think it's McKee, probably, right? But let's find out what the power-up is for the Ravens before we get right into that, because I literally just thought of that right now. I just remembered that. Ooh, okay. The Ravens are going to get the John Madden card. We've seen this one before. Legend or lame? Let's see which one it'll be. Legend or lame? Legend, 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 legend. Come on! Ah! The Ravens are going to have to start a lame. Now we do get to pick who the lame is, so it's not all lost or gone, but it does have to be in the 50 overalls, somewhere in there. I feel like it should be somebody on the offense or defense. I think I'm going to make that choice, and it has to be somebody on offense or defense, and they have to be a starter, bro. Has to be a starter. Let's go with Jacob Hummel's already pretty bad. We might put somebody worse in there. Yeah, William Quenkeu. William, you will now be the starter. Apologies. We're also going to trade Lane Johnson back to the Eagles and rerun that game. Tanner McKee will be the starting quarterback for this upcoming game. Let's rerun the sim and see if the Eagles will take over the Seahawks or if the Seahawks come back up with the W. And then if they do, then we'll just put Lane Johnson back on the Seahawks. The Seahawks, of course, are going to be up 3-0 on this one. 10-0 now. Okay, I don't know if the Eagles will be able to score. 13-0, 13-7, 21-7 is going to be your final. Okay, I did want to make sure I gave the Eagles that opportunity because they did have the one-up card, but unfortunately they had to have Tanner McKee starting. So that is how the way it goes. Lane Johnson will be back on the Seahawks, and we are on to our next matchup. Okay, just to reiterate the map, everything should be exactly the way it's supposed to be. Seahawks taking over Eagles territory. They do end up getting the win on the second one, and then the Ravens do take over the Broncos territory. So that is the way that goes. Let's go ahead and get into the next matchup. Okay, next matchup up on the way. Who's it gonna be? I literally just shuffled this, but give me the Seattle Seahawks again. Who are the Seahawks going to be facing on this one? We got the north, pretty north, but a little bit east, but pretty much north. I think that absolutely should be the Cowboys, right? I think no doubt it is going to be the Cowboys. All right, y'all, something to keep in mind. The Cowboys also have the one-up power-up card activated, so if they do lose, they do get to go again. They're up 7-0 on this one. 3-7 is now the score. 14-3 on the LOB defense is insane. 17-3, it doesn't look like they're going to need their one-up matchup. And the Cowboys, without Micah Parsons, are going to defeat the Seattle Seahawks with the absolute most stacked defense and Lane Johnson. And let's see who it is that they're going to take. As a Seahawks fan, it does break my heart, but that is the way that it goes. The Cowboys are getting a curse on this one. And by the way, they still have their one-up because they didn't lose. So if they lose their next game, they will still have that card activated. But for now, it is a curse. Look, I know all the blues are still not the same. It's okay. I tried my best. They are close-ish enough, but the Cowboys here are taking over a massive amount of territory. It's pretty crazy on this one because literally it was like the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Falcons, I think, the Commanders spot that is now gone, the Oh no, the Broncos were over here. It was a lot, just to say the least. The 49ers for sure. That is a whole lot of territory for the Cowboys. Let's go ahead and see who the next matchup is going to be. So quite literally anybody on the team outside of Lane Johnson and Jesse Bates, and they're not even originally on the team. So literally any Seahawks player. The Cowboys could use a Kenneth Walker. Could they use a Devin Witherspoon? I feel like Kenneth Walker would be a better upgrade if I'm keeping it real. AJ Terrell, obviously. Devin Witherspoon would be great. DeMarcus Lawrence, sure. I'm sure you guys want him back. Leonard Williams, probably not. JSN would be great, but you have George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb. Well, I guess you're now getting rid of CeeDee Lamb, so JSN would be good, but you guys have George Pickens still. Do we think Kenneth Walker would be a better upgrade over Javonte Williams? And then just have George Pickens as your best player or best receiver? Or would you rather have the same team except CeeDee Lamb, you have JSN now? That is a choice. That is a choice to make. I thought about it. We're going to go with JSN instead and hopefully not mess up that offense too much. JSN, you are now a Cowboy. That hurts to say. 17 teams remaining so far, and the one that goes up next is one that we haven't seen yet, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, who are the Jaguars going to be facing on this one? Whoever is Southwest. Okay. Whoever's Southwest. I mean, Southwest has to be the Bills, right? I feel like Southwest definitely has to be the Bills. Yes, it is going to be the Bills. Let's go ahead and make it up. Southwest Jags versus Bills. Fourth quarter's here. 5 minutes left. I don't see a way for them to come out of this one. Bills are going to be on top. 28-7 is your score. Let's see what the Bills' power-up is going to be. Power-up time for the Bills. Let's see what we got. It is... LOB. I am happy I got to see this card again. Give me the Legion of Boom. We're taking 4 defensive players from the Jags. So definitely Josh Hines-Allen, definitely Foyesade Oluokun, definitely Devin Lloyd, and probably Travis Hunter as well. Okay, this will be the new Bills look defense after the LOB upgrade. It is going to be Greg Rousseau still on the same side, but Josh Hines-Allen will be taking over Joey Bosa's spot. I know they just got Joey Bosa, but Josh Hines-Allen is still an upgrade, and Joey Bosa will still be rotating in for both spots there. Sam linebacker, you now have Devin Lloyd there, which is a big upgrade. Foyesade Oluokun over Shaq Thompson is also going to be an upgrade, which now that you have Shaq Thompson as your second mic, way better. Your will linebacker is still going to be Matt Milano, and then Travis Hunter will now be your second best corner on the team, leaving Maxwell Harrison as your third, which you definitely feel a lot more comfortable with. Let's get to the next team. That means the Bills. The Bills will be taking over this spot right here, which was, it took me so long to get the colors to match, and it doesn't even match that I forgot who it was. It doesn't matter. I think it was the Jags. It was the Jags. Let's get to the next spin. We are officially halfway through, 16 teams left, and the Cardinals are one that have not gone yet. Who are they going to face? Probably the Panthers. There's really only 2 teams that the Cardinals could face, and it's the Raiders and Panthers, and it's probably the Panthers if they're going north. Yes, 100%, it is definitely the Panthers. They are surrounded. But keep in mind, the Panthers have AR5 card activated. So Anthony Richardson card, they got to start their backup quarterback in this one. Andy Dalton, you are now the starter for the Panthers. Cardinals, Panthers matchup is on the way. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 0-0, 3-0, my bad, in the first half. Not a very high scoring game. 10-0, the Cardinals are up. It looks like they might take over the Panthers and Andy Dalton. They probably do. 27-6 is going to be your final. The Arizona Cardinals take down the Carolina Panthers. All right, y'all. What is the power-up going to be for the Cardinals for taking down the Panthers? That looks like it's going to be another Legion of Boom. And of course, the Arizona Cardinals are going to be taking over that large Panthers territory. Let's see what players they're going to take from the Panthers. Okay, so for the Cardinals, we are taking Khalil Mack. He is going to start at the left edge position for us. Our right edge, of course, still is Josh Sweat, but we also did take Nick Scorton just for depth. There isn't a lot of players on the Panthers to take for the defense. Outside of that, we have J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn is now the best corner on this team outside of Garrett Williams and Will Johnson. So J.C. Horn, definitely an upgrade right there. And then Trayvon Merrick. It is going to be Trayvon Merrick. We have Jalen Thompson backing up Budda Baker and Trayvon Merrick. That way there's a bit of depth in that position as well. But that is the LOB upgrade for them. All right, y'all, it is getting very, very late for me. I am going to call it a night right there. This is what the map is looking like, though. A ton of powerhouses. The Bills, the Cardinals, the Rams, the Cowboys are an absolute powerhouse. Ravens and Vikings kind of sneaking in there so far, too. But I will see you guys on the next one. It'll only be a couple of seconds for you, but for me, I need to get some rest. Yo, we are back. We are back, and I am super excited to be back because it has been a cool minute before I got to record the second half. So thank you guys for waiting the couple of seconds that it took for you. And we are doing, I guess, part 2 today. We are doing part 2 today in the same exact video. Let's just get right into the next spin. Let me stop yapping. Now, there are, I think, 15 teams left. The next ones to go up is going to be the Lions. Let's go ahead and see what direction they're going in. The Lions will be spinning in the direction of northeast, mostly east. And this is our map. There is no northeast. I'm just going to call that east and go with the Jets. Lions versus Jets, I think 2 teams we haven't seen any of so far. The Lions and the Jets. The Jets are up early on this one, 14-0. This is actually kind of nuts. 14-3, it is what it is. 14-6, it looks like the Lions are trying to make it an actual game. Now it's tied up, 21-14, 21-21. We're going back and forth. The Lions are up 28-21, end up making the comeback on a team that they probably should have beat anyway, but that is pretty insane. And by the way, week 1 of the NFL Sunday has already begun, so we do know that Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson is a nasty connection. But let's see what power-up the Lions are going to get for their dub. Yes, back to the wheel of power-ups, my favorite part of the video. And it looks like the Lions are going to get themselves a Brady card and Jared Goff. He will be a 99 overall. Jared Goff is now a 99 overall. And yes, that also does mean that the Lions will be taking over the Jets territory. And it looks like this, and I'm still not very good at making the Blues match. Great start to the video today, but let's see who the next team is going to be going up, and it is the Houston Texans. Yes, I want to see this team. What direction are they going to be fighting towards? It will be the northeast, mainly east, a little bit north. And I think that's just clearly going to be the Bears. I mean, like, yeah, I get the Lions are north, but I mean, northeast, yeah, we're going to call that the Bears. Let's go with the Bears up on top on this one. 7-3 in the second quarter so far. It's 10-7, 17-7. The Texans are trying to take a comeback lead. 17-10 though. The Bears are marching, trying to make this one a game. 24-17. Is it going to be another score? It is not. It is not going to be another score. The Texans will eliminate the Bears. Let's see what power up they are going to get. Back to the wheel of power-ups. What are the Texans going to win on this one? They will get also the Brady card. CJ Stroud, you will now be a 99 overall. The Houston Texans are going to be taking up a whole lot of territory right here, eliminating the Bears, and it looks like it's going to be Lions, Bills, Texans as far as the biggest spots, and obviously the Giants are still here, so are the Packers. And as promised, CJ Stroud will absolutely be a 99 overall. All of his throwing quarterback stats, any quarterback stats, plus injury, stamina, and toughness are all now 99 overall. Look at him, man. So inspirational, CJ Stroud. Here we go. The wheel continues to get smaller and smaller for teams. It is going to be the powerhouse Cowboys attacking somebody. Let's find out who it is. What direction will the powerhouse Cowboys be taking on? It is going to be southwest. almost exactly southwest. This looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers to me. I think we will call that the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, something to keep in mind for this game is that the Cowboys still have the 1-up power-up card activated. So even if they lose, they will still have another chance for a re-sim. However, looks like they might not need to use it yet. It's 24-12 currently. The Cowboys are absolutely going to be taking this W. 30-12. Let's see what their power-up again will be. All right, what did the Cowboys get on this time around? Ooh. Okay, this is probably very, very good because the Cowboys just lost an insane edge rusher. So give us another one, and TJ Watt, we're going to get the LOB card and take 4 defensive players. And this will mean that the Cowboys will take over the Steelers' territory. I was tired of the Blues not matching. I tried my best to get them to match. I just colored all over it. There's still some spots where you see some other Blues. It doesn't matter. The Cowboys took over the Steelers. Let's go ahead and see what players they're going to take, though. Now, obviously, TJ Watt would definitely be a choice. Jalen Ramsey, absolutely. The Cowboys could use another DB. Cam Hayward, probably. Honestly, it might just be these 4 right here. I'm going to keep it real. It might just be these 4. Do they need a mic? They could potentially use Patrick Queen. Do I think Cam Hayward or Alex Highsmith would be a better choice, though? I think probably. I don't know. Let's look at this Cowboys team to see what they need, and then we'll figure it out. But potentially, it's either Alex Highsmith or Patrick Queen. It's going to be at least one of those guys. One of them. All right, this is what the new Cowboys defense is looking like. Jalen Ramsey, of course, is going to be the best defensive corner on this team. We also will have Patrick Queen as the starting Mike linebacker, which I think is just a better upgrade. They do still need help on the edge, but I mean, if you have Kenny Clark in the middle, we could put Cam Hayward on one of the edges, and then obviously TJ Watt on the other edge, and then have like the guys that they have now just rotating in. I think that'll be a much better defense than if we just tossed in Alex Highsmith, which obviously he would still be very good too. But I think this defensive line is stacked enough to where the linebacker made the most sense here. Let's get to the next matchup. And the wheel continues to get smaller. Who's the next matchup going to be? We got the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals will be the next team. And who do they attack? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out who it is that they're going to attack. They're going to be attacking Southwest. I don't know who's Southwest of them. That will be none other than the Las Vegas Raiders, who I think also have yet to go yet. I think this might be their first time. Obviously, the Cardinals have taken a couple of dubs. Let's go ahead and see what this matchup is going to look like. Now, this matchup could go either way in my head, but the game is tied up. It's 14-7, though. Cardinals are up. We're about to finish the first half, and we do. 14-14 is the score. The Raiders are driving down the field. The Cardinals are driving down the field. It looks like it's stalemated so far, and the Cardinals will win. I thought it was going to go to OT, I'm not going to lie, but Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison put up a drive together at the end of the game, go up 28-21 over the Raiders. Let's see what the Cardinals are going to get for their power. And to the power up will we go? Jackpot. Yes, I have been waiting for this one because not only can the Cardinals pick any 3 players that they want, they can literally get it from any team that has lost so far. So if you guys remember any of the stacked teams that we have had, how about like the Bengals, who have Jamar Chase on that team, who could be on this team now? How about the Seahawks, who literally took like a million different players? Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell, Lane Johnson. We could pick any player from a losing team that we want to put on this Cardinals, and we have 3 of them. And that does mean the Cardinals are going to be taking over this larger piece of territory. So they are starting to grow, starting to get a little bit bigger here. But let's go ahead and see what 3 players the Cardinals will get to put on their team. Okay, these are the 3 players we decided to go with for the Arizona Cardinals. We are 1, taking Jamar Chase. Yes, absolutely. Jamar Chase and Marvin Harrison Jr. are now one of the best, if not the best, wide receiver duo in the NFL. It is actually crazy just like that. We also took ourselves a Joe Burrow. You are not going to be starting Jacoby Brissett. It will be Joe Burrow. And we had to cut Kyler because cap reasons. I don't know how to turn cap off. This is not franchise. We're just editing. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We took Joe Burrow. That was the point. And the last player that we did take is going to be Fred Warner. Fred Warner is going to help this defense out. Keep in mind, we took a couple of pieces, right? So there was Khalil Mack and Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat is on this team, but we have Khalil Mack now on this team, which helps on the edge. I thought about taking Max Crosby. He was the next player that I was going to take because obviously the Raiders just lost. But, I mean, I just feel like you have Khalil Mack, Josh Sweat. You probably don't want to put Max Crosby on that, especially when your best middle linebacker was Mack Wilson Sr. So I think Fred Warner is the best move for this team. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, you are now Arizona Cardinals. Next matchup is on the way. Let's see who we have going up next. It is going to be the Arizona Cardinals up again. So we are going to see the debut of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and Fred Warner as Arizona Cardinals. And what team are the Arizona Cardinals going to be fighting? It will be Northwest. I think this is... this could be the Bills or the Rams. I'm going to go with the Rams. I think that makes the most amount of sense. Cardinals versus Rams. Let's see who comes out on top of this one. Look at the Packers, man. They're still just kind of by themselves over there. All right, let's see how the Cardinals and the Rams do. The Cardinals do have Joe Burrow debuting. It is 7-7 currently. 10-7. The Rams are up 14-10 right now for the Cardinals. Definitely making it a very close game. It's 14-13 so far, 17-13, 20-13, and the Cardinals are going to be knocking off the Rams, who have quite a bit of territory, and they are going to be taking a huge piece of the map. So the Cardinals might be the new powerhouse. Again, my favorite part of the video. What power-up are we going to get for this one? Not very good. Not very good. The good thing is, though, we are going to get Kyler Murray back on this team, and Kyler Murray will be the official starter because they have to bench Joe Burrow. Bruh. Look at the amount of territory the Cardinals and the Cowboys have. These territories are massive now. The Cardinals just claimed a lot. I know they just had to lose Joe Burrow, but it's only for one game, and you still have Kyler Murray. But a huge amount of territory here. This is absolutely insane. Let's get to our next matchup. Okay, next matchup is here. Who is it going to be? The Cowboys, again, big powerhouse, but who are they going to be fighting? They could potentially be going against the Arizona Cardinals. There's a good chance here. We're Southwest. Definitely more South than West, but let's go ahead and check and see who it is. I mean, as much as I want it to be the Cardinals, I think it's just the Browns. I know my camera is hiding the brown here. It's the Browns, though. I think it is. All right, here we go. Browns and Cowboys game is on, and the Browns are currently up 14-3, bro. There's no way the Browns will take down the absolute powerhouse. Keep in mind, they still have the one-up card, and they're probably going to have to use it here. Browns just beat the powerhouse, but they do have one-up activated, so we are going to resend this one back. Let's see if the Cowboys get it back the second time, but they have no longer a one-up power-up card. Let's get right into it. Okay, here we go. Can the Browns do it again? They are up 7-0 again, 7-3, 14-3, 14-6. It's definitely looking more back and forth this time, but the Browns are still up, bro. It's 24-6 on this one. Oh my God, are the Browns going to do it twice? I think they are. 24-13. I didn't even realize my camera died. It doesn't matter. The Browns just beat the absolute unit of a powerhouse, the Cowboys, 24-13 on this one. They're going to take a dub and a huge amount of territory. But first, let's see what the power-up is going to be for the Browns. So in an absolute upset, the Browns literally take out... Ooh, okay, John Madden again. The Browns take out the Cowboys in an absolute upset. They're going to get the John Madden card, which means they will get a legend, a 99 overall legend, or a 50 overall lame. Legend or lame, we're hoping for a legend, but it is absolutely going to be a legend. Let's see who the Browns are going to get. All right, so last time we had, I think, a few more legends on here. I don't know where they went, and I don't remember which ones they were. So we took out Brian Dawkins because Brian Dawkins was on another team. So this is a different list of legends. A lot of the similar ones. We will just spin it right now and see who the Browns are going to get for their legend. And it's going to be, okay, a little bit underwhelming, but Larry Allen, we will definitely take him right there. Our boy, Larry Allen is here. I can't change the weight on people. I picked somebody as close as possible. 6'3", 325 is what Larry Allen is listed at. We got 6'3", 340. So he's got 15 extra pounds, but he's a 99 overall legend. I think that's definitely very good. We'll put him on the left-hand side. We got Tevin Jenkins on the right-hand side. There is a lot of territory the Browns took. Let's go see what that looks like. Look at the amount of space that the Browns just overtook. Listen, don't worry about all the little stuff in between here. Don't worry about all this little stuff over here. It's fine. I got the color to match as much as I possibly could. But look at this. This is crazy, bro. The Browns might just be the best Imperial team of all time. There's still a little bit of teams left, though. So let's go ahead and see who the next matchup is. Next matchup on the way. I've got to eliminate the Cowboys. They are no longer here. By the way, 9 teams left, by the way. Only 9. Only 9 teams left. And the Vikings will be the next team to go up. What direction do the Vikings go in? They will be going in the northeast. Tiny bit east. Mostly north. Tiny bit east. Well, I guess that settles that. Now, despite the Browns beating the Cowboys, they haven't added a whole lot outside of Larry Allen. So let's see how they do against the Vikings. It is 7-3 though, 7-6. The Browns are currently up 10-6 right now. 17-6. I might have to start using Browns playbooks. 17-12, 20-12. The Browns just took out the Minnesota Vikings like it was nothing to them. Let's see what their next power-up will be. Power up time, power up time. What are the Browns going to get for this one? Don't tell me. Wow. Very, very, very close. It is going to be the Brady card. And I know the Browns have a lot of QB stuff going on right now. Joe Flacco's the starter. He's the one that's been winning all of these games. We're going to upgrade Joe Flacco to a 99 overall. But shout out Shadeur, though. Shout out Shadeur. Right before we upgrade Joe Flacco to a 99, just look at the territory, bro. They have the entire East Coast right now. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to stop the Browns, but the Ravens are like right in between the two biggest powerhouses that we have so far. The Lions are still here. The Packers and Giants have yet to play. I don't think either of these teams played yet. This is a pretty crazy map so far, but let's get Joe Flacco to a 99. Oh my God, Joe Flacco is an MVP caliber form, bro. This dude is literally a 99 overall. Like, this is so crazy, bro. Joe Flacco being a 99 overall is wild. You would think that he is on the Ravens. Look at his stats, bro. 99 throw power, 99 short accuracy, medium, deep, anything you can think of. It is a 99 overall for a quarterback stat. And so there were only 8 teams left, boys. That was literally almost perfectly down the middle. Like, look at that. That is actually insane. It is going to be the Ravens, though, to go up next. What direction are they going? I mean, they could really go south. I don't think they have a northwest. I mean, kind of. I think we're just going to call that the Cardinals. It's like as close to northwest as you could possibly get. And in case you guys forgot, the Cardinals have the AR5 card activated right now. So it will be Kyler Murray, who is now the backup quarterback to Joe Burrow. So, I mean, you kind of lucked out on this one, if I'm keeping it real. Kyler Murray will be starting for this game. Kyler Murray still has Jamar Chase, though, in case you guys do not remember. Let's go ahead and get to sim to the end of this game and see what it's going to look like. It is currently... Why am I not seeing it on my screen? I don't know. 14-0, though. The Cardinals are up right now. 21-0. The Ravens are not really putting up a fight at all. It is 21-3, 21-10. Here we go. The Ravens are trying to come back on this one, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do enough. 24-17 is the final score. The Cardinals just took out the Ravens. I know they're a lot more stacked now, but that's still pretty crazy to me. Let's go ahead and see what the Cardinals matchup is going to be. Matchup? Let's get their power up. Let's see what that is going to be. Okay, here we go. Arizona Cardinals. What is your power up going to be for this one? we're going to get the trenches card. We'll be able to upgrade any offensive or defensive lineman to a 99 overall. This is pretty massive. You know what else is massive? The Cardinals territory. That is what's massive. Look at the amount of space that these guys have right now. It is an absolute powerhouse between the Cardinals and the Browns. I don't know if either of these teams will win. Remember, there is only one victory here. Let's go ahead and see which one we're going to upgrade, offensive or defensive lineman. Now, looking at the Cardinals' offensive line, there's definitely not much to be desired here. There definitely could be an upgrade here. Maybe Will Hernandez, maybe Evan Brown, maybe Christian Jones. Probably going to be the guy, if I'm being completely honest. The right tackle is abysmal. We might go with him. Christian Jones is now a 99 overall. This is huge for us. Like, absolutely huge for us. That is a big upgrade. Let's go ahead and see who the next matchup will be. It probably should have been Kelvin Beachum here. I don't think it really matters. We're just going to keep Christian Jones as our 99 overall, but shout out to Kelvin Beachum, I guess. We also did put Joe Burrow back at the starting position, just for anybody curious and wondering. Joe Burrow, you are back up to the starting spot. Even though Kyler Murray still holding it down, bro. He's still holding it down. Not a lot of teams left here, gentlemen. Not a lot of teams left here. We have the Bills. The Bills will be the next team to go up. Let's see what direction they're going to be fighting in. What direction is it going to be on this one? We have the southeast. Not a lot of directions to go in. This will definitely be the Arizona Cardinals that they're fighting. Okay, the Cardinals have been pretty successful so far, but so have the Bills. It's 7-3 currently. Joe Burrow is starting back again. 17-7 right now. It looks like the Cardinals might keep this lead. It's in the third quarter. We're now in the fourth. 14-17 is the score. 24-14. 1 minute left. No time on the clock, and it is going to be 27-14. The Arizona Cardinals are going to defeat the Bills. Let's see who they're going to take from them. Or maybe it's a power down. I don't know. Let's figure out what their power up is. All right, Arizona Cardinals, you guys have been getting a lot of upgrades recently. Let's see what else it's going to be. It is going to be a Pack-a-Punch card. The Pack-a-Punch card, we can upgrade any player position to a 99 overall. Let's find out who that's going to be. I mean, I'm not saying that it's over yet, but holy, look at the Cardinals' space, bro. They're literally taking over almost the entire map so far. There's only a few teams left, but let's go ahead and see who they're going to be pack-a-punching to a 99 overall. Cody Simon is now officially listed as a Sam linebacker, but he is a 99 overall. Insane stats. Let's get to the next matchup. I gave the wheel a little bit of a shuffle. There's only a few teams left, so there's only so many combinations we can have. The Texans are going to be up. Let's see who they're going to be fighting. What direction are we going in? Northeast. And without a single doubt, that is absolutely going to be the Detroit Lions. Let's go ahead and watch this one. Okay, this is going to be battle for top 5. The Detroit Lions are up 7-0 on this one, and it is almost the end of the first half. We've got 7-3 by the time the half ends. 7-10, the Texans take their first lead. The Lions, not trying to let them win. It's 14-10 right now. Got a minute left in the game. 14-10 will be your final score. Shout out to the Texans, but the Lions are moving on. Wheel of Power Up time. Let's see what the Lions are going to win on this one. It is tough. It is a curse. The Lions will be cursed on this one, unfortunately, and that means they're going to have to trade their best overall player for somebody who is less than a 90 overall on the other team that they just beat, which was, I think, the Texans. They just beat the Texans, yes. So let's go ahead and see who we're going to take from them. So unfortunately for the Lions, Jared Goff is their best player now because he is a 99 overall. Jared Goff is now going to have to go. So probably going to be going for CJ Stroud here, I would absolutely think. Actually, CJ Stroud is also a 99 overall, so we're not going to be able to take CJ Stroud. This is very tough. This is actually going to be very, very tough for the Lions. Not very good. We're going to have to figure out a way for them to be set up for success still. while losing a 99 overall quarterback. I think our best choice is just to go Will Anderson. I mean, I guess Nico Collins could be very good, but I think Will Anderson would be better to have on the opposite side of Aiden Hutchinson, so I think we're going to do that. The good thing is you do get a huge upgrade from Marcus Davenport to Will Anderson. I mean, like, that's great. Obviously, you need a quarterback to win. Maybe you guys could win by just running the football, but we're going to have to find a way to get the Lions a quarterback because that is tough. Now, obviously, a curse is not what you want to see as a Lions fans, but you do take over this Northwest territory over here, slowly becoming one of the bigger teams. Obviously, the Cardinals and the Browns are just like the biggest part of the map so far, but you can still claim the Cardinals if you beat them, or you could still claim some of these two teams. Ideally, you probably want to go again and then get south. Probably your best move. Try to get at least a Russell Wilson or a Jordan Love over Hendon Hooker, or hope for a Brady card. That's like your best thing right now. Or, you know, a jackpot. A jackpot would be great. You could pick up like a Patrick Mahomes and put him back on your team, or just grab Jared Goff again. I'm going to give the wheel a couple of shuffles here. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and full screen this. Yes. Top five. Top five teams are left. It is the Cardinals, the Browns, the Lions, the Packers, and the Giants. The Packers are the only team that hasn't fought anybody so far, which is like, it's good because you're in the top five, but it's not good because you haven't had any upgrades. Maybe there's a chance you guys still win. I mean, they could literally just win the very last game and just clutch it out. Who knows? Let's see who the next team is going to be, though. We're spinning the wheel to see. It is the Arizona Cardinals. What a surprise. What direction are the Cardinals going to be going? Hopefully it's, okay, not what I thought it was going to be. We are going to be going west on this one. And it is like directly west, so I'm going to count this as the Giants. You could argue yes and say the Lions, yeah, but it was like very directly west. So I think that is more so the Giants. Actually, did it point more up or down? Let's see. It's pointed slightly down. I think we call that the Giants. Okay, here we go. The Cardinals versus the New York Football Giants. It is 7-7 currently. 14-7. Cardinals do take the lead on this one. Are they okay? 70-7. They're going to extend the lead. 20-7. It's probably not going to be very close, is it? 20-10. 27-10. That's probably going to be your final score, and it is 27-10. The Cardinals do take out the Giants. Let's see what kind of upgrade they can get. Upgrades. Yes, sir. What are we going to get for this one? Ooh, Pack-a-Punch. Cardinals are going to be able to upgrade any player of choice to a 99 overall, and I think I know who we're going to upgrade. Right before we upgrade, yes, I know we've done this a lot, but oh my God, the Cardinals are just a huge team right now. I think they've officially passed up the Browns as the biggest team on the map. It is insane so far. The Cardinals might take up the #1 spot, but we still have a couple more teams left to go. But first, let's check out what their upgrade is going to be. Okay, look, my first thought is to make Marvin Harrison a 99 overall. I think a lot of Cardinals fans probably want to see that. I am also in between corner. Corner is it's a position of need right now. Garrett Williams or Sean Murphy Bunting to a, probably Sean just because he's, maybe Will Johnson. We'd probably make. Is that really what Will Johnson looks like? Why do I feel like Will Johnson looked different? Am I tripping? Hold on. Bro, that is not Will Johnson. Who did they put into the game? Who is that? Brother, this is not Will Johnson. I just realized that right now, bro. Who is this? Who is this guy? I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. That is not Will Johnson. That's not what he looks like. I'm debating on making him a 99 overall as well, though. I'm debating on Will Johnson being a 99 overall. It's between him and Marvin Harrison. I think I'm going to let a Will decide because I really don't know who I want to do. So we're going to, yeah, actually, let's just ask Siri to pick a number between 1 and 2, and Marvin Harrison will be 1. Will Johnson will be 2, okay? Pick a number between 1 and 2. The answer is 1. I'm terrible at doing it. You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The answer was 1. That's what it is. If you guys seen it, okay. If not, it's fine. It's all good. Marvin Harrison Jr., you are now a 99 overall. Shout out to Will Johnson. That is not actually Will Johnson. All right, boys. Last four teams to stay standing. The Packers still haven't fought yet. Let's go ahead and see the Browns. I think it's just the Cardinals. We're probably just going to do that because there's no other team that they could fight. Like, there is literally no other team that the Browns could possibly fight. It is going to be the Cardinals. Let's get into this matchup. If you guys don't remember, Joe Flacco is a 99 overall. It's 14-7 currently. The Cardinals are up right now, 21-7. Let's see if Joe Flacco can do something. The Browns have been absolutely dominant, but it looks like the Cardinals are just absolutely making a complete fool out of the Browns, whooping them 28-7, bro. That is literally a BTA. The Browns did not put up a fight on this one. The Cardinals will claim the largest territory, and they might possibly be the team to win it all, but they still have a lot of work left to do. Let's get to see what their power up is. Here we go. The absolute powerhouse is going to get even more stacked with another pack a punch. And I think you guys already know who it is that we're going to upgrade this time. Will Johnson, who is not actually Will Johnson, is going to be our newest 99 overall person on this team, and the Cardinals are getting absolutely stacked. Also, not to mention, but they have almost the entire map at this point. However, it's still anybody's game. I see the Lonely Island over here in Green Bay, and we do have somewhat of a powerhouse in the Detroit Lions. Who are the Cardinals going to face? Is it going to be the Lions or the Packers? Let's find out. It's the top three, and it feels like we probably don't even need a spin, but it's going to be the Packers for their first matchup, bro. And I don't think they could fight anybody else but the Cardinals, so let's get to the Arizona Cardinals versus the Packers. Just in case anybody forgot why it's going to be the Cardinals, it's because they don't have anybody else on their border. So Cardinals, Packers, it is. Here we go. One of the last games that we're going to have. The Green Bay Packers have an opportunity to get an upset here. It's 7-3 so far, 14-3. Oh my God, are the Green Bay Packers going to do this, bro? It's in the fourth quarter, 11-14, 18-14, 21-18. Hold on. We need to jump into this one, bro. We got to jump into this one. I do want to watch this one out just to see how it plays. It is the Arizona Cardinals with the football in their hands at the 15-yard line. They're going to pass it off to Marvin Harrison Jr., who is now a 99 overall, by the way. 99 overall, Marvin Harrison. 2nd and 2. What will the Cardinals do with the ball in the red zone? Joe Burrow passes it to Michael Wilson, it looks like, for a first down. They are at the 5-yard line. Okay, man, Joe Burrow, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Jamar Chase, Trey McBride, of course, all have an opportunity. We pass it off to James Conner, who tries to go for the W, but we are stopped at the 1-yard line. Stopped by Xavier McKinney, it looks like. Yes, it was stopped by Xavier McKinney. 1-yard line, a 2nd and goal. What are we going to do with the ball? Give it off to James Conner again, who is stuffed just barely short one more time. I mean, it is 3rd and goal. You have all the time in the world. I don't see why you don't just run this 2 more times, if I'm keeping it real. As a Seahawks fan, you should probably just run it 2 more times here. They don't. They pass it off to Trey McBride. That is Trey McBride for the touchdown in overtime. That is going to be the game. The Arizona Cardinals are going to be facing the Detroit Lions for the finals. Let's see what their power up is going to be. Shout out to the Packers. They stayed until the top 3 without having to go against any team. It was just unfortunate that the first team they faced was the absolute unit of a powerhouse in the Arizona Cardinals. We have a final matchup between the last 2, but the Cardinals do get 1 power up or power down. That is a possibility still at this point. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see what that last one is. One last time for the video. What is the power up gonna be? The Arizona Cardinals are gonna get, they are insanely lucky, another Pack-a-Punch card. I think I might know who this is going to be, so let's go ahead and upgrade the very last player for the Arizona Cardinals and get into the finals for this matchup. The Cardinals have just been building a juggernaut squad, bro. 99 Jamar Chase, 99 Will Johnson, 99 Cody Simon now, 99 Christian Jones now, 99 Marvin Harrison, 97, the list goes on. The list goes on and on. Burrow, Fred Warner, all of these guys, 97 plus. The last person we were going to make a 99 overall. I made up my mind. My camera's back on. James Conner, you are now a 99 overall. Okay, I know this might seem a little bit redundant, but okay, hang with me here. Usually the way we decide this is that the team attacking is away and the team defending is at home. So this is going to decide who has home field advantage. Let's go ahead and spin and see who is going to have home field advantage. Of course, it is going to be the Arizona Cardinals. The Lions are going to be the ones attacking. The Cardinals will be the ones with home field advantage. Let's get into the matchup. For the final matchup to see who finally wins, Madden 26 Imperialism. Of course, it is going to be Super Bowl presentation because why wouldn't we have it? It is the final. Let's get into the very last game of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, very last game of the day. Okay, we're going to take this one a little bit slower. Go at normal pace here. Maybe we'll go back to fast. We'll go back to fast. The end of the first quarter, nobody has scored yet at the end of the first quarter. We're going to go quarter by quarter. We have 7-7 so far. It is about to be the end of the first. Okay, 14-7, the Cardinals are up. Here we go. Up until the end of the game, 21-7, 21-14. The Lions are trying to fight with no QB. They have Hendon Hooker. I think it might just be too much, bro. It might just be too much. Let's go ahead and hop in right here at the very end and see what happens. It is the Lions who currently do have the ball right now. I mean, 21-41, you're down by 3 possessions. There's not really anything that you could do. And you have Hendon Hooker at your quarterback, who has been playing a good game so far. And it is, oh my goodness, I thought J-Mo was going to come down with that. That would have been insane. Like it's going to be the very last play for the Lions. And it's probably going to be the Cardinals. I mean, I really couldn't see anything else happening right here. Hendon Hooker, he's looking, he's surveying, he's going to throw, gets hit, and not going to complete. So that should absolutely be a massive W for the Cardinals in this Madden 26 Imperialism. They have been dominant so far. And there you have it. The confetti is falling down. It was 41-21 in the Super Bowl. Quite literally the Super Bowl for the Cardinals. If you guys want to see a Cardinals win a Super Bowl, this is the place where you guys are going to see it. What an absolute run by the Arizona Cardinals, taking over the entire map. The entire map. Filling up every single space, dominating every single team. What a performance by the Arizona Cardinals. What an absolute video, guys. I really appreciate y'all. If you guys enjoyed Madden 26 Imperialism, the first one of the year, leave a like down below. Please subscribe. It tells YouTube that you guys are enjoying the content. Appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy, and I'll see you guys on the next one.